Welcome to Talking Trash. And last week we talked about reduce, reuse, recycle, and we're really focusing on reduce. We had so much to talk about, I have to continue talking, which isn't hard for me. So the couple things that we talked about is, I better just refer back, using reusable bags and reusable cloth, like instead of paper towels using cloth. We also can shop for durable products, so we want to buy something that's going to last a little bit longer. I know that there's such a thing called planned obsolescence, so they build things so they will break, so you have to buy more. But really look and do some research to see if what you buy is going to last a little bit longer than a week or a week and a half. So that would be good to do that. Look for items at secondhand stores, and that's really common here. We have some great secondhand stores in the community and in the area, and so reusing things like that will reduce waste in the landfill. So keep that up, do a great job, and if you're looking to get rid of things, definitely donate your products or your items, or have a garage sale, or give it away so it doesn't go into the landfill or into an incinerator. Another thing, and I guess I kind of think of it as back to the basics, and in my grandma and great grandma's era, they didn't have things that we can use and just throw away and make it easy for us. You use things again and again, which is reuse, but we borrowed things from neighbors, we rented things, and you're seeing that coming back as a bit more popular too. Rent it or borrow it from a friend. Use it. A rototiller, for example. I have a garden, it's not huge, I don't need a big rototiller, so I rent it, return it, and bring it back, and that works great. And then if it breaks, I don't have to fix it, that kind of thing. It hasn't broken yet, thank goodness, but bring your reusable bags, and I know that's really a hard, and we talked about this one before, it's kind of a hard bugaboo for some people because I always forget them in my car, I always forget them at home. So I take my bags in, put my other bags inside, and then I always have spare in the car. So even if I do forget them at my house, I still have more in the car. And you're seeing more and more stores that won't give you plastic anymore. So I think we'll build those habits in, and it'll soon, at some point be required. And so work on that now. So repair items instead of replacing them. And sometimes it's more expensive to repair them than replace them. And so we have to look at our own finances and our own use. But if you can, repair items instead of replacing them. One of my favorite things, take your lunch to work. It's a very simple container, and just a lunch bag, an insulated lunch bag. And then I personally have really gotten rid of most of my plastic because I don't heat anything up in plastic, and I've read some things that plastic, when you heat it up in the microwave, isn't good. So I tend to use glass. Now I know it has a plastic lid, definitely reusable, as is this one, but this one definitely will last longer, unless I drop it on the floor and break it, of course. But I've had these for years and years, and they work great. It reminds me of Pyrex that we used to have growing up, some of those dishes, and so those are becoming more popular again, and that's great. So just something simple as a switch to this, to glass or to reusable type containers, is awesome. Something such as reusable I have a fork and a spoon, so when I go to work, this is my utensil. And it even has a little knife on the bottom. Really simple. Or I bring my regular utensils from my kitchen, a fork and a knife and a spoon, and then bring it home and wash it. It's nice and simple. You don't have to take those plastic spoons and knives and forks at every restaurant. You don't have to, just as you don't have to take the straws. Really, really simple. How many people buy lots of cleaners at the grocery store? You don't have to do that, and almost all of those come in plastic. And so something as simple as making your own cleaners using glass containers. This is one of my favorites. It's bath scrub made with sugar and a little bit of oil. You can use brown sugar, white sugar, really simple. And you paid next to nothing for it except for the jar, of course, and that's pretty economical. I use vinegar a lot for household cleaning. This is a great antibacterial. And so I use it in my toilet, I use it on my kitchen counters, on my floor. If you don't like the smell, I personally love vinegar, but you can add a little bit of essential oil in it, and that's also really simple. And it's really cheap too. And it's really good for us. And then what I love about it is I can also put it on my salad. So who can't love that? If you don't, think about composting. So whether it's indoor composting with worms or outdoor composting in your backyard, it's a great way to remove that organic waste from your garbage, which is what makes your garbage smell, and get it out of the waste stream and put it in your backyard where it's really good for your garden. So that's really simple and easy, relatively easy. I think it's really easy. Just take it out and put it in the pile. How about unwanted mail? That's everywhere. And if you can, write your name on the front and ship it back to them so that it gets out of your mailbox, and then also it lets them know, I don't want this anymore. It's sometimes almost a full-time job, I get it. But do what you can on that. Again, do what you can. And we have lots of ideas at our office, and again, there's tons of ideas online. And so just look up ways to reduce waste. Or if you want to give our office a call, 218-846-7310, we'd be glad to help.